Well, hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Well, I'm in a marching mood.
Oh, that's because it's March 1st.
It's March 1st.
Oh, March 1st.
Thursday, March 1st. Can you believe it? And again, for those of you watching in the warm climates, okay, maybe it's
just another
3 degrees
day.
warmer than it was. It went from 75 to 78. But we are thawing out here in the upper Midwest.
Let's hope.
Well, I hope so too.
Yes.
You know, we talked about in one of our other shows the driveways shrinking because of the snow, but now they're starting to expand again, and hopefully we'll get a nice rash of warm weather here.
I hope so.
I don't know. Did you on the Groundhog's Day? Did the guy? Did he see a shadow or not?
No,
Do we
I
know
don't
how much
follow
more?
that, and I don't know. I
How
never
do they
know
do
which
that?
is which.
But I know all I know is it's big business.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It is huge business.
Well, welcome to myOrganized.life live. I'm John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
And this is a show where we give you organizing tips, advice. We take your questions and comments. In fact, right now, if you go down into the comment section and just do a shout out from where you are watching from today, we'd like to know. So that's a good thing. And it is filing week.
Filing week continues.
Yes, Thursday of filing
I know.
week.
Gosh, it's going fast.
It is going really fast.
So we've been talking all week about this is the big day. We're going to talk about the different types of
file
files.
folders.
So
I was thinking we could have a trivia contest, but I don't have an answer like how many different types of file folders there are, because
it would be like what is thousands?
Thousands, yeah, it's thousands.
That's how you phrase it.
I know we have over 1,500 products. Not all of them are file folders, but an awful lot of them are. So today we're going to give you a basic education on file folders. We'll kind of try to categorize it a little bit so it makes some sense.
Pretty broad, because I mean.
And we're not even covering everything.
No,
here.
I mean this is just our sample right here.
Right.
Very, very, very basic.
Okay.
So
good. So
we're going to start with Top Tab.
Top Tab.
Top Tab file folders.
Okay. Top Tab file folders. What do you think? In fact, before we tell you, go ahead in the comments right now and put down what you think a Top Tab file folder is.
Okay.
Okay.
Did that give them enough time?
I think so. I hope that gives you enough time. I think it's a Top Tab folder is a folder that has a
tab on the top.
On the top.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. And that's kind of what a lot of people think about when they think about file folders. I mean, this is the standard look.
Manila.
Yeah.
This is our most popular product to date.
Yes. I think we make billions of these, don't we?
I think so. Well, at one point in our show, we should show a flashback of, just the machines and the huge rolls of paper
rolls of paper are like
they're
giant.
as big as this room and
bigger
and taller than me. It's crazy.
It's pretty incredible. It starts out there, then we cut them, then we fold them, and score them, and do all that stuff. You didn't know all that was inside of a file folder, but so Top Tab.
So Top Tab file folders is your basic folder. It's put a piece of paper in it, fold it,
label it, and
you're
set to go. And that can go either in a drawer, in a box,
inside a hanging folder, which we'll get to later.
Okay, yeah. Or it can lay on your desk with a bunch of them, and you can be really messy. But if you're going to do that, go back and watch our show from last Thursday where we talked about desktop organization, because you don't want a bunch of folders laying all over your desk.
Right. So there's more than just one kind of Top Tab.
Okay.
This is a center cut. There are. It's part of the third cut. Group.
Third
so
cut, 1, 2, 3. Right. Aren't there fifth cut Top Tab too?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're not that popular.
No,
right. No.
That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs.
Those are more popular within hanging.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to later.
Yeah, and also those fifth tabs are so hard to read because they're so small.
My handwriting would never fit on those. It's way too messy.
Yeah.
So that's your basic third cut file folder.
Okay, great.
With a standard tab.
I'm going to hold this one really close here so you can say 1, 2. There'd be 3 tabs when you have 3 of these in a drawer.
Right.
Okay. And that's standard.
Standard height.
Standard. Yep. Nothing fancy about it.
Nope.
Your basic
run-of-the-mill standard.
Okay.
Then we have this. It looks standard, doesn't it?
That looks just like this one.
But it's not.
Except the tab's on the one side, but I know it probably comes.
And it's a little shorter. It's an interior file folder.
Interior folder.
Which I think these are a little unique.
Okay.
And they're an interior folder because they go inside of a hanging folder.
Oh, okay.
So if we grab our hanging folder, which we're actually going to get to later, but you put it inside here.
All right.
Look it. You don't see the tab.
No, you don't.
So then when your hanging folder is in your drawer.
Okay, you're looking at the labeling for that.
And these tabs on the folder inside aren't disrupting your file drawer.
So it's all
right.
And this is good because this is a great subdivision kind of thing too. So, or if you want to leave your hanging folder in your drawer. Maybe the tab is only, you have one folder in there and it's the same labeling there, but you pull it out because you want to take it to a meeting.
Yep.
But leave this in here so you know where it goes when it goes back in the
Correct.
drawer.
Yep.
Okay, so that's
this
an
is
interior.
just a little bit shorter than a standard.
And you don't use interior folders in a drawer or a box by themselves, really,
Not
right?
usually. No.
Okay, because they're a little bit shorter.
They
All
are
right.
made to go inside a hanging folder.
Okay.
They're actually on our website in the hanging folder area.
Oh, okay.
So they're
That's good to know.
Okay, then, so we've got standard, we've got a little bit shorter, then we've got the super tab folder.
Whoa.
And the tab is 90% larger than a standard tab.
Yeah. Now the height of the folder is exactly the same.
The height of the folder is the
Let's
same.
take a look
It's
how those. I'm going to move them over to this camera here.
It's a little trick.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you can see so much more of the labeling area. Probably give you an extra line or two, wouldn't it?
Yes, it does. And the label that we also sell super tab labels, because this is a super tab folder. We sell super tab labels. The label is bigger, like I said, 90% larger, so you can fit bigger text or more lines of text.
More lines of text. Yeah, that's really great. That's a great option. And it fits in a regular drawer, so it's not going to disrupt any kind of system that you have in place already.
Nope, just gives you a little bit more room.
Whoa, are there any more in this
top tab
tab family?
Yep.
What do we got?
Well, open that up. Let's see what that is.
Well, it looks like a regular top tab standard. Oh! My
wait
goodness.
a second.
Look at
It
this.
is
What do we have?
a fastener folder.
This is a fastener folder. Okay,
And not just any fastener.
Safe Shield.
Safe Shield, which
That means you can like grab these and not cut your fingers.
right, because if you show our audience who hasn't seen these before, they're coated.
Okay.
So that purple stuff is, it's almost like, how would you describe that? It's like not rubbery, but it's
well, I'll tell you what it does. It
like
does not allow you to
you can't cut yourself.
cut
basically.
yourself because it's.
You could.
Yeah. Now, these are used obviously with
Paper that is 3-hole punched.
2-hole punch.
I'm sorry, 2-hole
punch.
punched.
But you know, if you watch on the myOrganized.life section when we talk about, I can't remember on which product it is, but Louise Korzika says you can set up a 3-hole punch.
With a 2.
Yeah,
that's
just
right.
use two of the punches, so you can actually, you don't have to buy a special punch to do this. You'll see this a lot in medical offices, areas where you need you're adding to a project. You know, you want to put extra papers in, and it also provides great security. So once you have the papers in there, they're not going to fall out of the folder.
Yep.
So it's called a fastener folder.
Right.
It's top tab, so it
still
right,
fits right
in
the drawer. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's really nice. So I mean, that could go right along with.
And we should note, all these are also available in colors.
Yeah.
We've only got manila out here, basically.
Again, that multiplies the number of folders by who knows what, because I know there's a zillion different colors.
And just like we talked about, was it Tuesday, helps with organizing your files.
Yeah, yeah. If you this week, a part of filing week, on Monday and Tuesday, we talked about setting up a filing system, labeling convention, things like that. So go back and check out both of those videos, either on Facebook or on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
One's called How to Set Up a Basic Filing System. The other one's How to Set Up an effective filing system.
Yep.
So, okay, great.
So we have one
Is
more
that any more top tab?
Yep, we have another top tab.
Ooh, that looks heavy duty.
It is very heavy duty. This is press board.
Oh, okay.
And it has fasteners, but it also has dividers, or also known as partitions.
Partitions,
So we call this a classification folder.
Classification folder. Now, it could sit in a file drawer just like any other folder.
Yep.
You have the tab there, you can read it, you pull it out, but this time you have your subdivision built right in. And so it is a fastener folder, but it's really in its own
class.
Own classification. It's a classification folder or partition folder, like you said. Has the Safe Shield fasteners on it. We do sell the ones with the regular fasteners too. I would highly recommend Safe Shield. Yeah. It's a proprietary function that we have that allows you it's really a safety feature, so you don't cut your fingers.
Don't cut your fingers when you're putting the paper on there.
So fastener folder doesn't have any subdivision. A classification folder has subdivision, and also note here there's tabs on those as well.
Yep.
So it helps for
once
you get a bunch of papers in there, you want to let's see, where do I do that? Use these for project management quite often, or maybe something where you have like home remodeling and you have different things going on in different areas. Gives you a folder with subdivision
and security
as well. And this press board is very sturdy, so you can take this out.
Available in a variety of colors. I just hold the blue one.
Yeah, I like the blue one. It's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Any more for top tab?
Oh, let's see. Well, we could talk about.
Well, we could, because there's other.
it's kind of just, it's hard to put
we could take this thing and branch it
This
out.
could be a week-long live show.
Yes, we
talking
promise not to do that.
talking about products, but we
So
won't.
this has what was called a full width top tab. So it takes all 3 positions.
Yep. But actually, this is a jacket.
It's a jacket.
So
okay, so it's a file folder with the sides closed up.
Closed on 3 sides. Yep.
Yeah.
And this one happens to just have printing for your different projects.
Yeah, so if you want to do project
titles.
management, you can do this right here where you could put your notes right on there. You can,
Anything, really.
contacts.
And this is kind of a special one. We do have just plain manila ones.
Right,
we have the other colored ones with just the notes lines.
Yep.
So a jacket is basically
it's a file folder with the 2 sides
closed on all 3 sides.
But it's top tab, so it goes in the same family. They can all fit in a drawer or a file box.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Now we will go to top tab hanging files.
Okay. Hanging files.
Or just hanging in general,
hanging
but
files.
they're kind of top tab too.
And a hanging file is something that hangs in a
drawer.
Okay, well,
It could also hang
we got to
in
bring our
a,
drawer out here, or what we
could hang in
use
our
as our prop
poly
drawer.
file box. It can go in there too.
Yeah, you can go to file box, but
Sometimes,
this one's nice because
they
it has
fit in
little
other
railings.
boxes, yeah. So these would have hooks on them because they're going to hang. So they're going to have hooks.
Yep.
It goes right in.
Yep.
In there, so it just hangs. They
Hangs
come
in there.
with the plastic tabs to label.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the very basic.
That's your
basic,
standard hanging
standard.
folder.
I think they call this army green or standard green. I mean,
Standard
people
green.
have different terms for it. I don't know why they picked this color as the standard color.
It's probably the cheapest
and we don't-
paper back in the day.
Yeah, but you know,
It's a good
it's
seller.
interesting.
Yep.
But this also on these right here, you could take this little plastic tab. This is removable, and you can move it around to any of the 5 positions. So as you set up your file system, you can put the tab where you want. Now, some people also don't like these because the tabs, you know, you pull them out and they fall out in the bottom of your
Those little
drawer.
white things are
oh my gosh,
all over
you
the
need
place
like
all the time. The inserts.
kind of a pencil or something
Yeah,
to push
really
them
long
out.
fingernails.
And then to try to write on a label this size,
It's hard.
it's tough.
But-
a ton of people use them.
And we have a solution for that.
We do. Well, that is what we're all about because
We
it's
are all about
Thursday and it's
solutions
Solution
and
Day.
Filing. We have fast tab hanging folders.
Fast tab, okay. So
Do you know what fast tab means?
Well, it means that you don't have to put the tab on and off.
Right. The tab
It's
is
built right in.
built in.
Yeah.
These are really, really
Yeah,
popular.
Super popular.
And they also come in 3rd cut position.
Yeah.
So they're not 5th cut like those, which are pretty
Yeah.
small.
So it gives you a bigger area.
bigger area
Right?
and 3 different spots. And again, hanging goes right in the drawer.
Yep. Look at
So
that.
there's no fussing with these little plastic tabs
The
or the
label-
white inserts.
The label will never fall off into the bottom of the drawer.
No. You can. It's
And,
just on there all the time.
Yeah.
It's quick, easy, right out of the box.
Yep, super. Hanging folders. I mean, you know, there's a zillion of those, and we have these in all kinds of different colors as well. And again, I refer you back to Tuesday's show, I think, where we talked about color coding and how you can use a file drawer with color coding.
Right.
In fact, I just so happen
Oh
to
yeah,
have...
you have fast tabs down there.
Nope, these are not fast tab.
They're
Oh,
not-
yes, they are.
yes,
Yes, they are.
they
Yes, they
are.
are. I thought they were just
They're
standard.
groups.
But anyway, here's just an example of using color in a hanging drawer.
There we go. Oh no.
That's
Don't be as sloppy as John when you try to put the files in.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, it doesn't help that it's up a little bit higher than I can see.
No.
Okay, so anyway, the point we're trying to make here as we burn through a bunch of time is that here you can
Color
see
code.
color code and also have the 3rd cut tabs, but these are fast tab folders as well. And these are actually labeled with our Viewables labeling system too. So
Okay, and then one more
Wow.
hanging. We're going to talk about one
Oh,
more
there's
hanging
more
file.
hanging.
Yep.
I know there's even more than this. But
Gosh, yeah, I know. This is the box bottom hanging
Box.
folder, which I think I mentioned on Tuesday's show when we were
Okay.
talking about when you start putting file folders inside hanging folders and it gets full.
yeah,
The box bottom has a little expansion on the bottom. Can you
Yeah.
see that there?
I think so. Here, I can hold
Okay.
it up over there
Little
too.
expansion. So when you start piling or filing your manila folders or whatever color folders in
Yep.
there,
This
it
fits
doesn't
right
start to bulge out
Yeah.
because you've got that 1 inch or 2 inch expansion on the bottom. To let
And
your
also,
things-
this is good for like catalogs.
Yep.
Things like that, maybe
Manuals
thicker,
or-
thicker stuff.
if
So,
anyone still uses phone books,
Yeah.
phone book would plop nicely in
what's
there.
a phone book?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. All right. So
Okay.
that's hanging, and there are other hangings. I know that you can get the classification folders and the fastener
Yep, some of
folders
those
and
have
hanging
hangers on
and colors. So there are lots of options when it comes to hanging folders.
Right.
All right.
And then there's one more we're going to
One
talk
more.
about. Not hanging though. We're going to go. Okay, let's put this
Put
down.
this one down here
Yep.
in the drawer. Yep.
We're going to go to end tab.
End tab.
And do you know what end tab is good for?
All I think about is going to the doctor, which is never a great thought. But
not usually.
yes, you know what end tab is used for is it's super efficient because it goes into a shelf.
Goes up in a shelf, and then
Shelf.
you have this label right here,
Yeah.
right in front of you, so you
Yeah.
can see.
You can actually store more files in a smaller area,
Right.
easily
Yep.
accessed, because you don't need to pull a drawer out. I mean, if you have
Yeah.
a limited space, shelf filing or end tab filing is great. We see that a lot in doctors' offices, places that, and then you may have seen, like when you go to the doctor's office, there's usually a strip that has colored letters and things like that.
And sometimes
That's
a barcode.
a barcode.
Yep.
That's a whole nother labeling discussion, but
Yeah.
we have solutions for that too.
Yep.
But we're not going to talk about that today.
Right, and so then end tab also comes in colors.
Yep.
There's fastener folders in end tab.
Yep.
There's really lots of different options for end tab as well.
Right. Right.
So that is kind of our wrap
That's our-
on.
Yeah. So if you
filing.
have any questions about folders, go ahead and put them in the comments. We'd love to, even if you're watching on the replay, because we come back to this page and we will answer your questions. You could find folders at Smead.com under our products area and just browse to your heart's content. We also have myOrganized.life, which is our consumer direct site.
Yep.
So if you have a home office or something like that and you'd like to buy these folders direct, you can get them right
Yep.
from us at myOrganized.life. So
And again, we've only just, like, this is just a
Yeah.
tiny fraction
yes.
of what
we have thousands
Yeah.
of different. We'll have a folder that
Combinations.
will meet your need. We guarantee.
Exactly.
In fact, if you have a need, you're not sure which one to use, go ahead and put
Let
that
us
in the
know.
comments as well. So
The what goes with what section on myOrganized.life too will help you
yes, kind of pair
pair
up.
products together and
Yeah.
maybe find your problem and
Yeah. And
Might
we
give
may
you an
address, if you put some good challenging questions in the comment box here, we may actually do that on a future solution
That would
show.
be fun.
We usually do this on Thursdays, so
Yep.
let's take a look and see how that works.
Yeah.
So anyway, tomorrow, Friday, is
Blogger Roundup.
Blogger Roundup. We'll have the best of what we found on the web this week and share that with you, and then that'll be another wrap of another week of myOrganized.life Live.
Going fast.
It is going fast. So there you have it. We will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central, that's 3 p.m. Eastern, and noon Pacific, right here on myOrganized.life Live.